Hey, what's good, y'all?
Hey everybody.
Welcome to the show.
So we've never made a video before, but we saw Black Panther and we loved it.
Yeah.
And so we thought it was so important that we needed to talk about it.
Had to.
So what's your
Hopefully
thoughts?
you've seen it by now, watching this. And we're going to try not to put
Do
any
spoilers.
spoilers out
Right.
there, just in case you haven't seen it. But if you
Right.
haven't seen it by now, and right now it's Saturday night, if you don't have a ticket for tomorrow, you ain't going to see it tomorrow. And we're going to need that black card back. Because when we went to see it, it was packed.
It was amazing.
Full
It
of
was
amazing, beautiful black people. Yeah, there were some white people there too. But the black people that were there were dressed up, having a good time. They clapped at the end. It's such an experience. This is a film you need not wait till it comes on video
Right.
to see. Don't wait till it
Right.
comes on television
It
to see.
has to be in the theater. It's an experience.
Yes, it's more than watching a movie. It's an experience that you need to do, enjoy in an environment with people who are enjoying it with you at the same time that you don't know. Not just your family members, but just random people giving high fives to each other. It was such a beautiful experience that you cheating yourself if you don't see this film.
There you go. So I think you asked me earlier, like, is it my favorite film?
Right. You've been on this planet over 25 years.
Yeah, significantly.
So yeah, over 25. You know what I mean? And I want to know, like, why do you consider it one of your top 5 films of all time?
First of all, I need to preface it, okay, by saying that I'm not a comic book head. I don't know a lot of background about Marvel going into it or any of that. But just the cultural significance of a movie like this, just seeing ourselves on screen like that, just in this amazing world that we could talk about the specifics of it in a second, but the world that Ryan Coogler created, the director, just is mind-boggling. The specificity and seeing beautiful black people in positions of power. That in and of itself is why it's so important to discuss it and to talk about it. So when you asked me that question earlier, you said, is it my favorite movie ever? And the only reason I hesitated for a second was because Get Out is also out there.
And that is so amazing. In your over 25 years on this planet, all the films that she's seen, we've been married for over 10 years now, so I know many of the films that she has seen. And I know that Meryl Streep is her favorite actress. So we're talking about...
And Viola Davis.
And Viola Davis, of course, Viola, and Julius, her husband, not a bad actor, really good too, great chemistry.
Right.
But Sophie's Choice and Devil Wears Prada and all the amazing films that Meryl Streep has done, you put 2 films that were both directed by black folk, written by black folk, created with Get Out by black folk. Those 2 films have made it into your top 5 of all time in your just over 25 years on the planet.
The last
just over the year, just in the last year.
So this is a very important time.
It's amazing.
Is what we're saying. Basically.
And she loves film. She done seen a whole lot of film. She loves film. So it's not like I'm hearing the perspective of an idiot. It's somebody who loves movies, and all of a sudden, Black Panther is in that top 5.
Oh, no
That's
question.
a big deal.
No question.
That's
no
a big
question.
deal.
So, for a second, before we get into like just the specifics of why it's so good, we've been hearing some criticism about
Haters.
why do we think why are we asking kids to look up to these fictitious characters? Like
So
it's
silly.
there's people are saying things like it's just a movie.
Right.
So
and people are so wrong by that. Now I have to actually look and see what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said, because I know that he said something about that, something in the realm of
I don't want to speak on that.
yeah, I don't want to speak on exactly what it is.
But
But anyway, some people have said things like, why would we allow our children to idolize a superhero? And guess what? How many white folk, black folk, Chinese folk, Latinos have been worshiping and idolizing Superman since the beginning of Superman, since the 50s, since he came out. You know what I'm saying? Like Jerry Seinfeld wanted to grow up and be Superman when he was an adult. So can you imagine his parents telling him that you can't be Superman? So, and that's so silly to try to douse the dream and love. And my thing is this, man, if you go to the theaters, that's why you got to go and experience the experience. Black folk are having fun. Black folk are laughing, high-fiving each other, hugging each other outside of the theater. These are people that don't know each other, ain't never met each other. Why can't we be happy
this
weekend? If you got shit to say about the film, save that shit to Tuesday. Not even Monday, because Monday is a holiday, and we need black folk to see it on Monday too. Save that BS until next week. Why is it just because we got a smile on our face, we got glee in our heart, we dancing, that some, especially black folk, you know what, it don't surprise me when racists, you know what I mean, white folks say they want to fudge the numbers and there's no way that Black Panther is making all this money.
Because that's out there too.
Yeah, because that's out there too, and I expect that from you riding in your Ford F-150 with your Confederate flag. I expect that. But black folk, you want to come out and down the film? Some of you hadn't even seen it yet, and you're talking that level of mess about it. So my thing is, man, let us be happy. Let us enjoy this. It's not like it's a film where we are, you know, in the hood, shooting up each other, killing up each other, selling drugs to each other, you know what I mean, prostituting each other and all that kind of stuff. Not that that doesn't exist, but this is something that we can relish in and celebrate, because the power of the black woman, for one thing, in this film, you know, you need to see, little girls need to see this. We have a little girl, and we got a 5-year-old. Right. Little girls need to see this film. Little boys too, of course. But little black girls, to see how strong black women can be and are, they need to see that, because there's not enough depictions of strong black women or strong black characters on TV. Yes, we have many more since, let's say, Red Tails, but they still need to see this and stop hating. Stop hating.
Whether it's a true story or not, whether it's fictitious or not, it's important for young black kids to see this type of thing, to have this piece of artwork that's out there. Right. And like you said, if we, and because there's also a school of thought out there, well, don't say we can't criticize it because it's a black project and we're black. What I am saying is, can we get this weekend?
Yeah, you ain't got to criticize it right now. You know, criticize it on Tuesday.
Because in all truth, there is, I think for years to come, this film is going to be discussed about like its cultural significance.
There are going to be classes, I think, at Harvard.
It absolutely should be.
HBCUs discussing this film.
About this film, because I think it's that good and it's that important, it's that amazing, just the piece of art that it is.
Yes.
So that in and of itself is fine. So before we get into any specifics without spoilers about why we think it's such a great movie, just on a surface level, you can think about the cultural context of seeing an African nation, because they're technologically way more advanced than any other civilization on earth, and it's black people that are in control of this technology, and they are deciding whether or not to share it or not, and so it raises a question of isolationism and how decisions that you have to make when you have that kind of power. So those are all cultural things that you can discuss. But the biggest thing that I want to say about this movie is that all of that, while it's amazing, it's kind of irrelevant just on the surface, just because this is a great movie without all of that. Like, just the beauty of it, the sheer magnificence of it.
The costumes they make your mouth just gape open and saliva just drip down the side of it. It's just palatable. Is that the word?
And like when you're looking at it, there are moments that you kind of just gasp in awe of the sheer beauty of it. And And then we can also talk about, in addition to the costumes, but the acting, the story, the world.
Yes,
that's what I really wanted. The world was so specific. There are tiny little things that Ryan Coogler, I said this to you last night.
Yes.
He was born to make this movie.
Ryan, shout out to you. God bless you, brother.
Man.
If
this is his vision.
This is so amazing what you're doing in the diaspora, just in general one, but definitely what you're doing for Black children to look up and see that at the end of the film, you know, a Black director is responsible for all the same thing with, you know, Creed and Fruitvale Station. This dude is winning right now.
Yes,
He's winning, and I believe he has many, many more years of winning to come. And Ryan, I act. So if you want to put me in something, I am available for Black Panther 2 or 3. I just need to get my muscles together because my chest ain't exactly right. My chest ain't exactly right for no shirt scenes. But if you have any scenes where I can wear like a dashiki or a tank top, then, you know, and give me like a sword or something, let me fight. But God bless you, Ryan. Thank you for adding such amazing positivity to Black culture.
Yes.
We need you right now, and you just doing the damn thing, bro.
Right. So at the end of the day, we had, would you say, like one of the best times we've ever had.
One of the best times we've ever experienced in a theater, sure.
If that's what you want to do with your life this weekend, even if it's not what you want to do with your life this weekend, you need to see this movie.
You see this movie.
So that you
Especially if you're Black, but even if you're not Black,
even if you
go see it. Because when Superman come out, it don't be just a bunch of white folks standing in line. You know, it'd be Black folk, Jew, Gentile, Asian, Puerto Rican, all these things. So this is a great film. It's not a great Black film.
It's not a great superhero film.
It's not a great superhero film. This film has so much depth. I think more depth than any Marvel film ever. And I've seen many of them.
You've seen more than I have.
Yeah,
but.
The depth that it goes into, and the character of Michael Jai White being, you know, African American.
Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai White. Oh, he was a Spawn, not him. Not Michael Jai White. Michael B. Jordan. I know the people with them 3 names and 3 syllables and letters and whatnot. Michael B. Jordan.
Right.
His character has so
many
much
levels,
depth, and so many layers to him,
Yes.
and many folk can understand that perspective.
Right.
So he's, you know, a villain, and you actually empathize for him. And there are moments in the film.
His motivations are very clear.
They're real.
You understand, and they're real.
There are people who not on a superhero level, but there are some things that he is dealing with that many Black young boys deal with, not growing up with a father and things of that nature. So I'm not trying to spoil it for you, but at the end of the day, it addresses so many important points that can affect our children positively for many, many years to come.
Okay.
All right. So go see
Black Panther.
Go see Black Panther.
Yes.
Treat yourself. Treat your lady. Treat your life.